Hey, good morning, it's Owen Bigland. This is the Inside Edge video blog. I was at a listing presentation a couple nights ago in Yaletown. Young guy, early 30s, at least young for me anyways. He was looking to sell his Yaletown condo. Now, he bought this condo as a pre-sale in 2008 and had been living in it now for about 4 years. Now, he was pretty up on the market, knew what current units in his building had been selling for, so he knew what he was in for. And unfortunately, anybody who's bought a pre-sale condo in 2008 or even over the last 5 years or so, and you're trying to sell it today, chances are after you deduct all the selling commissions and then all the taxes he paid going in, HST and GST on a new condo, he's going to be looking at anywhere between a $15,000 to a $25,000 loss on selling this unit. Now, the first thing I asked him is, do you have to sell? And because I've always blogged about it, the nice thing about real estate is it's forgiving. If you can hang on to it for at least 8 to 10 years, that's where all the magic happens, you're going to do fine. You need some runway there, though, to let the capital gain start to build. But unfortunately for him, he was taking a new job in Montreal and wasn't going to be able to carry this house or this condo and rent it and get a new place in Montreal, so he had to sell. And I could tell he was pretty, disappointed. Who wouldn't be when you're taking a $15,000 or $20,000 or $25,000 loss? He had bought this. It sure looked pretty good at the pre-sale presentation center 6 years ago off the brochure, and of course everyone's promising, you can't go wrong with real estate, it's going to go up forever, and when it comes time to sell this unit, you're going to make off like a bandit and pocket 50 or 60 grand. Unfortunately, it just isn't the way it always works, and especially with pre-sale condos. Now, here we go, time for one of my rants on pre-sales and why I don't like them. I haven't liked them for at least 8 or 9 years now. They used to be good. The gravy train, I guess, ended probably about 7 years ago. Because back then, up until 7 years ago, there was some incentive to buy these units. It was just a hole in the ground and you were basing the purchase off a brochure. It wasn't tangible. So the developers had to give you a pretty good incentive to want to buy it and not be able to move in for 2 or 3 years. So if the market for those type of units was at $300,000, they would sell this unit for $250,000. They had to give you some incentive because you weren't going to be able to move into it for a couple more years. But that all changed about 6 years ago. The developers decided, hey, let's try charging full market for stuff that isn't even built yet. I'm sure some guy spoke up, no way will they go for it, but they did, and they've been pulling it off ever since. So here's my disclaimer though, on pre-sales, before I go any further, the opinions expressed here are that of me, Owen Bigland. They don't necessarily reflect that of my brokerage. I've got nothing bad to say about these developers. I'm clients of many of these developers. They're fine. These projects will be, I'm sure a lot of them will be fine when they're built. Some of them they'll have to question where the locations on some of these developments are going up in downtown and in Richmond now. Not the greatest locations. We've ran out of grade A locations a while ago, but that's a whole other blog. But my contention is why would you buy it as a pre-sale? If you really want to be in that building, let's just wait until it's complete. The market is going to be flooded, the MLS is, with listings that are going to go on the market. We can cherry pick the best one for you. It's tangible now. We can go in, touch the countertops, look at the view, look at the amenities, and then here's the big thing, I can then negotiate a deal for you. You're not paying rack rate that the developer's giving you on a pre-sale. It's negotiable, and there's going to be a lot of competition. There's going to be 18 or 19 other units in the complex available for sale. The other thing is you don't have to pay HST or GST on a resale. So the thing now is when you're buying a unit, a lot of times, even before you get the keys on a pre-sale, you're already $10,000 or $15,000 behind the 8 ball. So I just kind of worry sometimes that we're starting to get a generation of young buyers in Vancouver here that have bought these pre-sales, and unfortunately if they have to sell in under 10 years, they're taking a loss. Anyone who's bought a pre-sale in the last, since 2008, and they want to sell now, is probably taking a loss on the unit after you deduct all your commissions to sell and your conveyance fees and all the taxes you had to pay going in. So again, pre-sales don't make a lot of sense. If anyone's watching this video blog here and you've got friends or family that are contemplating buying a pre-sale, no problem. If you still want to buy a pre-sale, go ahead, but you owe it to yourself to at least do some due diligence. And that means getting a realtor who knows, if you're interested in downtown Vancouver, who knows the downtown core inside and out and can show you some tangible product. It doesn't have to be old. There's all kinds of tangible product out there right now that's less than a year old I can show you. It's brand new pretty much. So go out for a couple of afternoons and look at what's out there and at the prices. Then if you still think that the pre-sale is the way to go, buy it. But I haven't yet come across anyone that I've actually shown tangible product to for a couple of days and then still decided maybe the pre-sale is best for them. I haven't had one yet. Maybe there's somebody out there. So I think some people, they seem to do more due diligence on buying a $200 vacuum cleaner than they do on purchasing a $500,000 condo. You've got to get out there, have a look at what current inventory is selling for. Remember, it's negotiable. We can negotiate a price for you, and it's tangible, as opposed to laying down your money 5, 10, 15% down now and not being able to move into it for another 2.5 years. It's a big risk, and there's just, the developers right now just aren't giving you enough incentive to take that risk. That's my opinion anyways. As always, thanks for watching. I'm Owen Bigland. You can always comment on my YouTube blog or on my website, owenbigland.com. I'll see you next time.